Welcome to Non-Pro Staff Meeting. I'm joined by John Trumbull and Darin. I almost said Darin Credible, but you have a real last name, Darin Patterson.
I'm getting it. I'm trying to get it changed legally to Credible.
You should consider it. It works. I didn't hear you at all. Trumbull, what was that?
I said he should change it to Credible.
Yeah, it would work. I think it works. I'm going to actually back off on our faces a little bit because there's a lot of face in this shot. And also, I want to see our wonderful Twitter handles. For those of you listening to the podcast, you'll get the Twitter handles at the end. My joke starting off the show was based on Darin's Twitter handle. That's pure comedy right there. Right. Visual comedy. We're doing staff meeting tonight like we do every week. This time I'm talking to two hosts of the greatest podcasts covering SNL on the Non-Productive Network. I think it could technically say that and be accurate. John Trumbull, Darin Patterson, SNL nerds. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Staff Meeting. Tell us a little bit about your podcast for those non-pro people who haven't listened to it yet. Those Philistines.
John, you want to handle it or?
That's because Darin doesn't know anything about the podcast. He's random date.
This is the first I'm hearing about this podcast. Yeah, this is the first I'm hearing about this podcast. So.
Darin and I, the SNL Nerds podcast for that.
Oh, that's interesting. Darin, did you hear any of that?
No, you broke up a little bit.
Yeah. All right. There's something going on. So we're just going to put words in Trumbull's mouth until we get that sorted out. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what I heard too. Darin, you're on. What is this damn show about?
SNL Nerds. All right. Boom. Pow. It's about Saturday Night Live. It's all about Saturday Night Live. We talk about the newest episodes. We break it down scene by scene, sketch by sketch, beat by beat, give our thoughts on it, go off on wildly inappropriate and sometimes funny tangents. When SNL isn't airing, like it is this summer, we'll do an SNL movie. We'll talk about an SNL TV show, a TV show that has an SNL connection. We've done interviews with people who have worked on SNL and written for SNL. You know, the whole kit and caboodle. So it's all SNL all the time. And if you want to give her a listen, you can listen to us at the Non-Productive Network or wherever your quality podcasts are sold.
Yes, that's right. This is the bad news for all our listeners. We're now selling all our podcasts, and you don't have a choice. But
that's right.
No, SNL Nerds is great. I do enjoy the show, despite what you both say about me on the internet, which is understandable. Because I'm not a person who can show love, which is appropriate because today I've asked you two to come here, join me, and watch trailers with me on our trailer dump experience. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, we're just going to watch trailers and talk about them. There's something really weird about watching commercials and sometimes commercials for commercials, like the teaser for a trailer, and like dissecting them. But this is the modern internet, and that's what we do on it, is we watch commercials for commercials and talk about them on a podcast. There's a lot of fun ones coming out, though. It's time to go back into theaters. Darin, you've been in the theater since the pandemic, correct?
I have not. Who told you that? Who told you that filthy lie? No.
I've been following you, and it looked like a vaguely Darin-shaped person walking in. You have not been to any movies. Have you been into drive-ins? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
No, I was thinking about going into a drive-in to see Black Widow, which comes out next weekend.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that. Yeah.
Right. But I think my wife and I, I think we're going to go see that in the theater. But yeah, I haven't. Like when that happened, that'll be the first time I've been in a theater since all this went down. Last movie I saw in the theater was back in February. It was the movie The Photograph with Issa Rae and Lakeith Stanfield, a lovely Valentine's Day film.
Much better. So much better than my last movie in a theater, which was also February, also for Valentine's Day, and it was Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's a different type of Valentine's Day movie.
It was not a good choice. It was not an appropriate choice. Trumbull, hopefully your mic is working now, and I actually just think it may be just a connectivity problem. But Have you been in a theater since? I don't think you have, right? Since the pandemic?
I don't think he has.
I'm only half hearing you.
Ah.
Oh boy.
I'm hearing like you threw a bowl of ice creams, basically. Generally, I've been in since the pandemic started.
Yeah.
No, not literally the last movie I saw in was King Kong, the 1933 King Kong.
Oh wow.
They were doing a Fathom event in March.
Oh.
And
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fathom event. A more recent viewing of King Kong. All right. Unfortunately, I think this pretty much rules Trumbull out for the remainder of this. I'd hate to make him watch trailers like this.
Oh.
Let's see what we could do. Is there a thing I can do? Edit name, kick from studio. I can remove. I could ban him forever. That doesn't sound right.
We'll call that Plan B.
All right, yeah. We'll ban him forever for Plan B. Maybe just try connecting again. Maybe that'll work. All right.
Okay. Oh, maybe you could turn it off and turn it back on again.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Oh, looks like his hands on the camera, like he's attacking paparazzi.
I like it. So all right. Well, let's trade Trumbull for another white man. Al, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm very warm. It's very hot.
Yeah, it's terrible. It really is terrible. So we just had Trumbull on for like 5 seconds. He had to turn off his AC to do this, and he can't hear anything. And we're going to watch trailers. This seems like the epitome of cruelty to him. So I'm not going to make him do it. If he logs back in, that'll be great, and we could do this. But yeah, have you been into a theater since the pandemic? Have you been in the movie theater at all?
There's been no films I really want to go see in theaters. I'm still waiting on Black Widow. That's probably the only one that'll bring me back to the theater. That's it.
I wonder if Marvel has enough pull to bring people back in. To be honest, if it were Endgame or something like that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going in. I don't care. I've had a good life.
I will literally die on this hill anyway.
It's because it's the end of a 10 years of filmmaking, whatever. But this is now the start of another 10 years of filmmaking. And I don't know. I like it. This TV stuff, this Marvel TV. Yeah. Maybe I'll watch Black Widow.
It's pretty good thus far. I've enjoyed them. I mean, they may have their issues, but overall, I can't say I've sat there like, oh, that was garbage and I hated it. That hasn't happened yet. Knock on the table.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only reason I know, Black Widow is available on, or it will be streaming on Disney Plus for an extra $30. But I don't know, part of me is still not crazy about paying that. But but if it was airing on TV where I didn't have to pay the $30, I probably would watch it at home. Like I'll probably with all the other movies coming out, like Suicide Squad and the Many Saints of Newark, the trailer that just came out recently.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'll probably watch those at home.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna cross our fingers and try to get Trumbull back in. Already, it looks a little bit better. How do we sound? Can you hear me better this time around?
Better than I was before. Yes.
All right. Well, we're gonna just try it, and if it gets intolerable for you, you can leave at any point because watching these trailers chopped up is gonna be awful. Let's see if we can make this worse for everyone. What I'm going to do is this is the first time we've done a remote trailer dump that I can recall, but clearly I've been drinking and I don't really remember. The first group of trailers, and we're going to do this in the stupidest way possible, or the laziest way possible, I should say. I found someone who already compiled this on YouTube, and I'm like, hey, that's not original content, so I don't feel bad if I steal it. If all you're doing is gathering up other people's trailers and putting it together as a video, that, you know what, I'm okay with this.
There you go.
So we're gonna watch that first one. We're actually gonna probably play the first one or two, but let's join together and watch Free Guy, a vaguely video game-y sounding movie from Ryan Reynolds. And I'm actually going to keep us all up while we watch this so that we can see our reactions on YouTube.
Ooh. My name is... Hey, well, Sonny. Just a scattering of drive-bys. And I live in paradise. I've got a best friend. This is a great coffee of all time.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Oh, Mondays, am I right, Joe? You said it. I work at the bank. Everything.
This is intolerable.
I met her.
Everybody down on the ground. Everybody except
Something
you.
has gone wrong.
It's just us.
Please, I have a cold.
There's something inside you, guy.
I want something inside me.
I expected you to just follow the rules, but you are so much more than that. Put these on.
Okay, fine. Oh my God! What are these, trick glasses or something?
Guy, here's an easy way to say this. This world, it's a video game. You're not real. Please stop my... And the guy responsible for this world is going to destroy it.
You've met
Taika
God.
Waititi.
Yes, he's an absolute troll.
Trolls exist. Buddy, if we're not real, doesn't that mean that nothing you do matters?
I am sitting here with my best friend trying to help him get through a tough time. Now, if that's not real, I don't know what is.
Oof.
I know this world is...
And this is different than every other trailer I've seen, which has been
So I'm not gonna...
much less heartwarming.
He's a great guy.
Wow, enjoy your lifetime supply of virginity. Off you go.
This whole good guy routine is ruining the game. Terminate him.
It's the first time I've ever driven a car before.
I really wish you'd mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
That actually hurt my hand. We can save our world, but we have to fight together. I don't know what's happening right now, but I love it. Time's up, big teller. Nope. I can't die. I'm never gonna die.
And that was something.
That
So
was definitely-
this has been odd. So yeah, the free. All I have to say about Free Guy is that this is one of those movies that has been advertised for probably a little over a year now.
Yeah.
Right.
I definitely first heard about this pre-pandemic, and this is one of those movies they've been pushing and pushing back and pushing back and pushing back and trying to finish. And it's, again, a film people are saying, is this ever actually going to come out? Looks like it's going to come out, but it may be slightly underwhelming because of the number of... It feels like a movie that's been rewritten to hell.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like. You remember that movie, Stranger Than Fiction, with Will Ferrell, where he finds out he's actually a character in a book? This seems like that, but with video games, explosions, and car fights, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's. I don't know. It just seems like a. I don't want to sound like an old man, but it seems like it's all noise. It's like all loud noises. No,
It is not an old man thing. That is what that sort of was. Like, I'll be honest, the original trailers were so much more interesting because I thought it would be a far more just Stranger Than Fiction, but with video games kind of movie, and that would be interesting for me. Like, it would be kind of fun and a little farcical and just kind of like, oh wow, all right, yeah, like let's just follow this. And it doesn't have to be cerebral. I wasn't expecting that, but at least have it be kind of that fun little bit of fantasy fiction that Will Ferrell film turned out to be, except now with Ryan Reynolds in a more, like, I guess, updated kind of medium as opposed to the written word. Because it makes sense with kind of like, well, what if your NPC was a person? Like, oh, that's an interesting idea. What would happen if this NPC in my video game was a person that experienced pain and feelings and despite all the horrible things that happened. And now it's just kind of like, oh, but I gotta save the world and there's a girlfriend. And it's like, this is not
Yeah,
what
there's
I.
a lot of like
Yeah.
now it's about my emotions, which is
Yeah.
I think it's fine. And you know, I love Stranger Than Fiction. I thought it was a great movie. This movie just feels like it's going to be Free Guy feels like it's trying to do two different things, but it's entirely possible they've had so much time with it that they're like, maybe we can make two different kinds of movies and convince people that it's one or the other. We're also missing the obvious link to Gamer, the 2009 movie with Gerard Butler, right? Gerard Butler was in that, where it was about a guy who was a real people were used as video gamer. Nobody saw that movie and liked it. Unless you watched
I kind of remember it. But no, I don't.
I think I pretty much just saw it with yeah, I like the fact that Trouble just left because he's like, if we're gonna mock Gamer, then it's not. Yeah,
I did not come here for gamer slander.
Yes, but yeah, I think most people watched it probably for how did this get made and nothing else. All right, we're gonna try this again. The connection is really iffy, and I don't like this whole watching a trailer and then it jerking around for a while. Yeah. There's one, the next one I did want to see. I haven't seen it yet. So the thumbnail for this trailer made me think there was going to be a new Wolverine movie out. And I got very excited. But spoiler, it is not. So enjoy this, won't you? Let me see what the best way of me playing this is. Probably full screen. Okay.
Let's see if it turns out good.
Ooh, that's not great. Why isn't it full screen yet? Now we just look at ocean and think about Britain.
Serenity. Contemplation.
There we go.
Water.
You're going on a journey. A journey through memory.
Oh, okay.
All you have to do is follow my voice.
We're closed.
I know. I'm sorry it's late.
We have time for one more job. When the waters began to rise and war broke out, nostalgia became a way of life. There wasn't a lot.
Okay.
A lot to look forward to. So people began looking back. Nothing is more addictive than the past.
No, put me back. Put me back. I understand.
She's moved on, and you should too.
People don't just vanish.
To find where she'd gone, I had to know where she'd been.
Oh, nice.
Was she running from the past? Or racing back towards it?
How much did you really know her? How much did you know?
Who was she? Who was she but not with me?
You think you want answers? Well, you don't.
Where is she?
Where is she?
Arson, bribery, murder.
People love their secrets.
Don't go down this path. Stay here in this life.
I've turned a blind eye to plenty. I have to do this.
That machine of yours. How close can you get before the illusion's broken?
You're going on a journey. All you have to do is follow my voice.
Ooh, all right. That looked really good.
Interesting.
You know what? I'm a big fan of. I like IP, right? I like these shared universes and all that stuff, but it's really refreshing when a movie is just like, this is original. This is coming out of nowhere. And there's like a lot of things that this feels a little bit like Inception, a little bit like The Prestige, a lot of Nolan movies. Westworld, the series is phenomenal. Seeing someone involved in Westworld on this is great. I'm all in. How about you two?
It gave a lot of Inception vibes, actually, while I was watching it, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I like the sort of not too distant future dystopian look. I like the fact that it seems like the waters have just risen everywhere, but people just kind of going about their day. I like to see Wolverine dressed as John Constantine throughout most of this trailer.
Yeah.
No, it looked really interesting. This is something I'm gonna have to check out. It's like has a kind of like dystopian future Blade Runner maybe vibe, but yeah, definitely more Inception-ish, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like it when they take relatively bold choices, and this isn't like necessarily. It's weird that just making a genre film that isn't tied to an IP is a bold choice, but here we are. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing what comes next in this. Just talking a little bit about what Trailer Dump is and how we do it. This is our first attempt to do a live trailer dump where we're actually sharing the trailers while we're doing it. I think it's okay. I think maybe in the future we would do this a different way and just watch them beforehand and talk about them the way we traditionally did it, because the lag is killing me. For that reason, although the two, Darin and Al, you can overrule me. There's one more trailer I haven't seen that I want to see with you. And I think it's the one I'm going to play next. The other trailers, perhaps we can maybe talk about just from having seen it on the fan club recently. That would be Shang-Chi, Black Widow,
Suicide Squad,
and the
Many Scenes of Newark. I saw.
That's the one. Yeah, thank you.
I was going to suggest the Netflix He-Man trailer, but
ooh,
all right, okay, yes. So we could do that, but at least these are ones we've seen together already, so I think we could get away with it. This I haven't seen yet, and From Hell's Heart I Stab at Thee is what I'm going to say. So let's give this a shot. And thanks for Film Spot for doing the work of assembling all this.
Oh boy, I'm nervous. What are we going to see? I'm sweating.
Oh, that's...
Welcome.
Oh, God.
I'm a cartoon? Oh. I'm shorter than Kevin Hart. No.
What's up, Doc?
Oh, my.
Bring it here, man.
What brings you to Tonewad, Doc?
The computer dude kidnapped my son. What in the Matrix hell? Hey. What'd you do to my son?
The only way you're getting your son back is if you and I play a little basketball.
You want to play me in basketball? I need to assemble an elite team.
You need a dream team. I'll take it from here. Sam, shoot the ball. Let's try that again, shall we?
We'll get your son back. I promise.
Why do they always have a heartfelt moment?
I look expensive.
Introducing the Goon Squad!
I got it. Oh, she got me. I'm not a betting duck, but my money's on the other team.
Yo, King. You're about to lose your family.
Got the world in my head.
Everything you love.
Well, at least we're good.
Oh, and I almost forgot. All of the tunes will be deleted, so...
Come on, guys. The Toon Squad doesn't give up.
If we're going out loony.
Up the jam.
You gotta win
I
this
know
game.
this entire movie now.
Up the jam.
Let's go, Tunes.
I'm gonna hop.
Each on.
Coming off the bench, Wile E. Coyote.
I bet you anything that was a
multiple
reveal.
Coyotes.
Oh, God.
Talking about prestige.
Well,
Sorry.
that happened. We need a boost. A secret weapon.
Come on, man. Granny's out here having a martini at halftime.
Haters gonna hate.
No.
Why would you do this to us, man?
All right, that was a Black Widow trailer about to start.
Frank, I thought we were friends. Why? Why this?
I will say I like the idea that we get everything sort of very traditionally animated, and LeBron James is also in the traditional animation part of it. That's fun. That's a bit that worked really well for me, and I thought I almost kind of wish the whole movie was like that to an extent.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good looking movie. Like all the graphics and animation look really cool.
Yeah,
very colorful. A lot of colors.
It was shiny. It captured my attention.
There were a couple bits that made me laugh, I guess. Yeah. I wonder if those are the only bits in the movie that'll make me laugh, though.
Yeah. I mean, were either one of you a big fan of the original Space Jam?
No. I liked the idea of it, I guess. I liked I like that it kept the Looney Tunes around. They had something to go off of.
I like that the original Space Jam's website was still up as of a few months ago.
Oh, really? I remember that.
The 1990 whatever version of the internet, that GeoCities like website.
Yeah, that Alta Vista.
Yeah, it was really ridiculous. I don't know. So I love Looney Tunes, and I feel like every few years people try to bring them back and update them in a way that I don't think is necessary or ever works. That's not true. It doesn't never.
No, there are definitely times where it worked pretty well. Yeah,
it's just I think the time you try to make them too extreme, it gets a little weird. Literally, if you do Looney Tunes extreme, but like the recent Cartoon Network show was great. I think the HBO ones I've heard pretty good things about. And like Joe Dante did a movie, Looney Tunes Back in Action, I think. I had what's his name? Oh god,
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser in it. I love that movie. Everybody was like, everybody panned that movie for a long time because they all thought it was like this reimagining of Looney Tunes, I think, and it was actually just really good and pretty genuine and true to the original movie. I can't tell where this movie's going because it's like trying to reboot a movie that was only kitsch even when it was popular. LeBron James does a good job acting, which I cannot say for the other guy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it does seem like one of those movies where it's all about, like, they're making it for nostalgia. They know that a ton of kids who grew up with this movie have a affection for it. So they're like, oh, let's redo this and have them come and watch this movie again and have them give us our money or their money again.
I'll say this. It feels like there's definitely a lot more love and passion in this film than there was in the original. Like it looks like that. Like it also seems like the actors aren't just guys who, we paid X actor. Like, Bill Murray was in that movie. Bill Murray did not care he was in Space Jam.
You have to pay off a house or something.
Hold on, wait a minute. I wish Trumbull were here just for this. Will you be doing the original Space Jam in SNL Nerds? Bill Murray. You heard it here. Staff meeting. It's happening.
No.
Staff meeting. You got to do it.
Put that on me. No.
Yeah, it's on you now.
Don't put the camera on me. Get that camera out of here.
All right, let's enjoy this while we got it. This is the original 1996 Space Jam website. You can find it at spacejam.com/1996. Originally, it was just spacejam.com. I guess they reclaimed the domain for the new movie. Would you like to look into Press Box Shuttle, Jam Central, Planet B-Ball, Lunar Tunes, Jump Station, Warner Studio Store, Behind the Jam, Sitemap, Stellar Souvenirs, Junior Jam, and the lineup. If I recall correctly, the Warner Studio store used to bring you to like one of the Warner Brothers stores, but like it was a dead. Most of the Warner Brothers stores, or all of them, are gone now. Let's look what Lunar Tunes is.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man, look at the frames. It's frames.
Wow.
It's iframes. You could get all Airwaves, Space Jam Arena, and movie soundtrack. Hold on.
Can I
clicked on movie soundtrack.
Nice.
All right, the movie soundtrack. Get ready to jam to the soundtrack. It featuring Seal. Seal? It's very small on my screen. Even
I know there's a Busta Rhymes LL Cool J Be Real track.
Oh wow, my eyes are really bad. It was Coolio, Quad City DJs. Okay,
Nice.
R. Kelly.
Oh,
I believe I can fly. How can we forget? How can we forget? And there's an R. Kelly page on the website. Holy crap!
They might want to take that.
And you could get the Real Audio 2.0 or the Real Audio 3.0 if you're really fancy, or just download the Wave.
You're a Space Jam purist.
That's right.
Yeah. That is amazing. Also featuring Salt and Pepper, Monica, D'Angelo, of course. Barry White and Chris
Salt
Rock.
and Pepper in a while. Salt and Pepper, rather.
Salt and Pepper's here.
Barry White and Chris Rock. What
White
was
Rock.
that?
What was it? My God, the perfect pairing.
I guess Basketball Jones. I don't remember that at all. I have and Bugs Bunny, of course, featuring his master song "Buggin'." I regret ever going down this rabbit hole.
Why would you do this to us?
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, I did that. Okay, so we can try it. The last trailer ironically worked well. We could try watching another one. We've got the Black Widow one. We've got Snake Eyes, and we've got Shang-Chi. Which one do you want to do? Or you want to watch any of them, or you just want to talk about it?
No, I think we're okay without watching them. Really.
Let's
do we need to speak any more about Black Widow? I feel like all those trailers are kind of bleeding together at this point.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a big Marvel person, big Marvel head, and I have no strong desire to see Black Widow. And so far, nothing has really been compelling for me to see it. And I don't know why. I'm not sure what that is.
I mean, it does. I mean, it looks good, but I think. I mean, my wife has been saying this too. Like this, it feels like if this is like a movie that should have come out, maybe a couple years earlier. But I know the pandemic pushed back everything, but it feels like now it's kind of maybe past its due date, or it seems like I'll go see the movie just to keep it, because I love Marvel movies and I like to keep in see if I'm missing anything as far as the timeline goes and stuff like that. But it does feel like it's a movie that's maybe past its expiration date a little bit. You know what I mean?
It feels a little bit like an afterthought. Which is a shame, because
all things considered, because this character deserved a movie a long time ago.
Yeah, and it could be great. It's something about, and I can't remember what I thought about. I guess Winter Soldier, this spy version, the spy Captain America movie. If the first one was a war movie, second one was a spy movie. I can't remember how I felt about that, but it doesn't feel like it's moving stakes anywhere. And I'll be honest, most of these new Marvel, the Eternals trailer, I was like, I have no idea what this is about.
That one confused the heck out of me. The Eternals trailer, I watched that and I'm like, I have no idea what your movie's about. Like, I know there's dialogue and scenes and there's some cool actors in this movie, but I have no idea what the premise of your film is. And that's my biggest pet peeve with films, is just a trailer finding a way to not tell me about its film. I understand that there's a lot of times where like trailers will give you everything in the film, or you're watching the movie through it, which sometimes is absolutely terrible and is a very modern problem with trailers. But the opposite is just such a oh god, it bothers me to no end. It's like, oh, just tell me what your movie's about. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't want pure mystery. Even in the Reminiscence trailer that we saw earlier today, like I got a decent amount of what the world is like, and sometimes it's real subtle, like what Darin pointed out with the oceans rising. I mean, maybe it wasn't that subtle. Maybe I'm just dumb, but like I didn't really piece it together until he said it. And I'm like, oh yeah, all right, yeah, okay, sure, yes, I get this. But yeah, the Eternals was just like, this could have been like an advertisement for a spa.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not.
Yeah. The only Marvel trailer that came out that I'm like, all right, this is making me feel like I'm building up to a world I actually want to revisit. Would be with Shang-Chi. Would be the latest one. It's really, really interesting, really compelling, fun. Yeah. I could see where the action and the adventure and the world building is. I could see a little bit of the fun in Black Widow, but it also tries to be serious. So I can't really like I don't know. When I see David Harbour, I think is his name, coming out in his red suit, I'm like, all right, whatever. I guess that's goofy, but I thought this was like, is Black Widow going to be dead? I don't know where my feelings are in this one, but this one is just cool. Like, oh, I haven't seen much about the mysticism and the magic in the Marvel universe. I legitimately think there'll be cool world building here. And then there's this one moment that we talked about on the fan club that I want to share just a freeze frame of. It's probably not going to come out as big as I want it to be. Yes. There you go.
The Wong Abomination fight.
Yes. Yeah. That's Wong? I didn't even know that was Wong. That's awesome. Yeah. That is awesome. It went by way too fast.
Yeah, no, Feige confirmed it.
That's great. So I didn't realize that was Wong fighting Abomination, but I did look and I was like, that's Abomination in that fight. And it's fun because it is an overlooked part of the MCU. It's fun why all these movies are fun. It's just sometimes you just want to, play with toys, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to have to you don't have to be like, this is really good. It's something about this is unabashedly fun. And this little Easter egg in a trailer, which is just a weird world we're living in. Easter egg in a trailer.
And I want to be honest. I don't need them to like focus on them in the film. Like I don't need there to all of a sudden be an Abomination Wong subplot. Like it's fine. It's just something that's in the background of a scene, or like something that's going on, or a fight we get to see that's in the middle of everything else. I'm so on board with that. It's fine. Like, because like you said, sometimes you just want to play with the toys. You just want to have the cool stuff happen. And it's like, yes, Shang-Chi. Man, I'm really liking the trailers for Shang-Chi. I am very excited for this film.
Now that you've wished it into the universe, though, Al, Darin, Al, I'm going to need you to do a pitch session very quickly on what the B plot would be if we get a Wong Abomination B plot. So let's go for it. What's the B plot? Anybody got any ideas?
There are two mismatched cops paired together. One is strictly by the book, plays by the rules. Another one's a bit of a loose cannon.
All right, I like this. Which one's the loose cannon?
Wong, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Boy.
Wong's seen some things.
Yeah. Yeah. Then there's action. There's car chases. They get drunk and do karaoke, and then they realize they have more in common than they really realized.
Yeah, they
I so badly want there to be like, all right, so we'll see them in the background in one scene of Shang. Time passes. In the background of another scene is Wong and Abomination doing karaoke.
I would like to see that.
It's gonna be a Disney song too.
I want to know. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're doing how just some songs from Moana. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Let It Go. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh God.
I'd also like to see what car they would be in, because there's obviously going to be like a car chase and and what car where Abomination can kind of like crouch in and fit, and then Wong is also there, refusing to move his seat up. Same thing where I'm not going to move my seat. That's perfect.
Dude,
yeah. All right.
This is writing itself. I'm just
so I ask you, Al. You said you don't need to see this B plot.
Mm.
I mean, I just said it. I don't need to see this B plot in this movie. But we can have that's the next Marvel series.
Yes.
No, I'm just saying, like, as a string, every time in the back, whatever's going on in the main story, in the background, you can barely see like Wong and Abomination trying to get paperwork together to rent a car.
Yes.
In the background, they're online for karaoke. Yeah, it works.
Yeah. Matt the Poor Vice.
Yeah,
it works. I like it.
Yeah, so that's going to be the thing that I'm most excited about in terms of the Marvel movies. Let's talk dealer's choice. Al, what's the trailer you want to talk about? Which one did you want to bring up?
We can go with Snake Eyes next. It's like it transitions good for Shang-Chi.
Okay, I haven't seen any of it. I haven't seen the Snake Eyes trailer yet.
I saw it. I liked it. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not a big G.I. Joe guy, so I don't know all the backstory and whatnot.
I think it looks pretty good. I didn't even know it was a Snake Eyes G.I. Joe trailer at first. The way it pitched itself. It looks again like a very good martial arts film. It's not in the same style as Shang-Chi, thank God. Just because you don't want to have two exact same films coming out at the exact same time and then instantly be so comparable. It's far more G.I. Joe. It's just I would say it's more John Wick than it is Marvel film.
Right.
Well,
it's more grittier, I guess. It's more kind of grittier.
Sorry, go on, Darin.
No, that's it. That's all. I was just say it's grittier.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I only saw the behind the scenes featurette about the trailer because this is the world we're living in, and it's really nice that they put so much care into something that I'm sure nobody, all due respect for Larry Hama and whoever first introduced Snake Eyes into the toy line and cartoon show. I don't know if there was a hell of a lot of thought was put into it. Maybe some in the comics, but even then, he was so mysterious. That's the easiest way to build backstory for your character. You just be they're terribly mysterious. They have amnesia, or they don't speak.
Who is this mysterious stranger?
Who is this furry Canadian who has no memory of where he came from? It doesn't matter because we didn't write it. We'll find out. So the fact that they're filling in the gaps, I think I'm totally fine with it. I can't imagine being a G.I. Joe purist who hates this, but I'm sure they're out there.
Oh, there are too many to count. G.I. Joe purists who hate this for ridiculous reasons. I don't know if I can get into this or not, but there's there are definitely people who are just kind of wait, he's not American? He's an Asian American? That's not the same. I don't like it.
It's not April. It's not April. I can't handle this.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, the internet is terrible and it's full of garbage. But you know what? Non-pro isn't. Give us a like, subscribe. I don't know. Yes. So there was a couple of trailers I had lined up that I wanted to show, especially for Trumbull. Specifically making it impossible for it to cut. One is the Venom 2 trailer because I figured he'd hate it. But then also I heard that there is going to be a DC League of Super Pets movie.
What?
Yes.
I haven't heard that.
I have a trailer. I can't show it. I think it's just a teaser. If I've got the timing right, it's 30 seconds. We're going to try it. If it doesn't work, you can write a letter to your congressman and tell them the non-pro let you down. Darin, you're our big news guru. I figured you would have heard about this more than before anything. It's animated, so maybe you don't care.
Yeah, that's true. Animated is not real. It's not like a real movie. And also, I was too busy focusing on the new trailer that came out for Clifford the Big Red Dog. That's got all my attention. Which does have some SNL cast members in it, so who knows? Maybe.
Oh, wow. All right. We're going to get it on an upcoming episode.
Maybe.
That's just sad. We don't want that. Someone suggests real movies. Real, non-animated movies. You know what I mean. All right. I'm going to add this to the stream. It's going to be extremely clumsy, but who cares? Ignore the fact that it says The Eyes of Tammy Faye. We're not watching that one. We could. I mean, we could also
did
watch
watch
Paw Patrol the movie. That's not applicable. That's never applicable. Let's do it. Oh, I muted. Sorry.
Oh boy. Oh man.
I'm telling you, this is just going to be. What? What? Wait, what? And you can watch it with no nerds.
Kevin Kidd and Happiness and Bear. Oh wow! All right.
You're good. All right, this is a Monsters Inc. thing. Nobody cares about that.
All right,
oh boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Broken.
I'm into
the
it
format
now.
works. We broke this amazing news. The format works. I don't know how this is going to come out as a podcast. I don't want to edit any of this.
Oh god!
But,
wait. Yeah. So The Rock is
Yeah.
going to be Crypto and Black Adam. That's too much.
Oh yeah. That's
I'm
crossing the
a
street.
big
You can't do
fan
that.
of Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart together. So just make them both dogs and make them both
really good.
superhero dogs. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm into that. Let's do it.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
sold.
I'm playing the trailer again because why not?
Yeah.
Spinning ball of death. Man, John Williams.
Oh boy.
All right, perfect.
Dwayne Johnson's Kevin Hart is Kate McKinnon.
Keanu Reeves. I missed that.
What? Oh my God!
Who
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves?
Holy
Who
moly!
is Keanu Reeves playing in this? So, like, the League of we really this if we ever needed Trumbull for anything. I don't remember who the League of Super Ace, the Wonder Dog for Batman, Crypto obviously for Superman. I completely blanked on who Wonder Woman's pet was. I feel like she had a horse, or maybe that was Wonder Girl. League of Super.
No, Supergirl
Pets.
had a horse, didn't she? Wasn't that?
Supergirl definitely had a. Yeah. Somebody must have a cat. It's not fair without a cat. Kevin Conroy is listed as in the cast of this movie. If he's Batman, and this counts as officially tied into the Batman the Animated Series, I demand somebody call Trumbull because he has interviewed most of the people involved.
I'll get him on the horn.
We should have just had him call in. It would have been better if it was just audio. I think it was the video that.
I mean, yeah, actually, might have worked. Yeah.
So no other. I have no other casting notices here, other than who's like just the two. Yeah, they're undisclosed roles, so we only know Jamil is there, is in it.
Oh, She-Hulk.
I didn't.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, Jamil, great name. Beautiful. Anyways, yes. So this is the movie to watch out for. I'm definitely excited about that.
Yeah, this just shot up the ranks for us. This movie
All right.
we didn't even know we needed.
We were
it.
nonplussed until we saw the cast. Then we're like, oh, never mind.
We're
all right.
non-pro. I'm sorry. I regret that immediately. So, Darin, you had a trailer you wanted to talk about, and then I think everybody got one. So, what was the one you wanted to talk about of a certain HBO series?
Oh yes, the Many Saints of Newark, per chance you're talking about.
Yes. So, have you heard any details about the production of the show? I have not. I did not know they were working on this.
Actually, I mean, I knew they were working on it, and I just happened to know because the ice cream shop Holston's, where they filmed the final scene of the show The Sopranos, that's actually like 10 minutes away from where I live. It's like in Bloomfield. It's like down the block.
Oh, nice.
And I remember driving by there not recently, but maybe a couple of months ago, before all this happened. So a couple years ago, and I saw like they were shooting scenes for that movie in Bloomfield in that same Holston's ice cream shop. So, like I had heard a lot. I had heard a lot about this film coming out. Like James Gandolfini's son, Michael Gandolfini, is going to play young Tony Soprano. The Punisher is in it. John Bernthal, Vera Farmiga. plays Tony's mom. Ray Liotta is in it. He's in the trailer.
Wow.
Yeah. It's got a big old cast. Leslie Odom Jr. I believe is in it as well. So it's interesting. I think it's going to talk about like how it takes place like in the '60s when Tony was a teenager and how he kind of got into the organized crime through his uncle Dickie, and because it takes place in Newark, I think they can also touch on like maybe the race riots that happened around that time as well. So it should be.
Hoffa.
It looks interesting. Yeah, it looks interesting.
When did Hoffa disappear? Is that going to be tied in? I did not. So I even after seeing the trailer, because I'm obviously stupid, did not realize it was going to be a movie. Part of it was on HBO Max, but that's how many movies are getting released now. They're like on HBO for a while and then get a theatrical release or vice versa. But I didn't realize this was going to be a theatrical film. I thought it was going to be a TV show, and I don't know if I'm disappointed in that. I guess not. I'd rather them just get their entire story out right away, as opposed to banking on it and being like, "Oh, this is a hit. Let's squeeze out 5 more seasons," or "This isn't a hit. Let's just wrap it up."
I don't need the Sopranos version of Young Sheldon. I would much rather you just made the movie. Yeah.
All right. Well, now that you wished it into the world, I'm going to need the pitch session for the Sopranos version of Young Sheldon.
Soprano babies.
Oh no!
I'd watch it.
Oh god.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff coming. To be perfectly honest, of all the things we talked about, the one most likely to get me back into theaters, even League of DC Super Pets aside, I think it's still going to be Shang-Chi. I think that I'm most excited about it. It depends on what initial reviews for Black Widow are. If people are just raving about it, then maybe that'll do it. That'll bring me in. But like I miss the communal theater experience as much as I love drive-ins. I just don't know if I don't know. I've just gotten really weirdly accustomed to staying home in my fortress of solitude.
No, same thing. I think the only films it'll get me back into the theaters are the Marvel movies and the new Ghostbusters movie, the Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah,
because I really want to see that because I'm a Ghostbusters stan, as the kids say.
Yeah. Have you ever done the 2016 Ghostbusters movie? I don't think you have on SNL Nerds.
No, we haven't. What we were gonna do was when this movie came out, we were gonna do all the Ghostbusters movies, do a review of them. We were gonna do Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, and then the remake that came out recently. And then we would do an episode about the new one. But then, COVID hit and the world died, and here we are.
But hey, ghosts come back from the dead. So I don't know. I'm not gonna string that together any better. You just figure that out. And
Ghostbusters.
I would love to see that. So, Darin, tell us a little bit about what SNL Nerds is up to this summer and what people can do to get involved with SNL Nerds on the internets, for example, on Twitter.
Ooh. Well, all right. Well, right now we're just doing kind of SNL related movies like we've done. We just put out an episode about the movie Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping with the Lonely Island guys. Next week, we're going to do a little film called 1941, Steven Spielberg's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we decided on that because it's 4th of July weekend and we're looking for a patriotic movie. And we already did Stripes. So we're like 1941. Steven Spielberg's little forgotten movie with Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. And in the upcoming days, we'll probably do more movies. We'll talk about some TV shows. We'll maybe do an episode about the new Apple TV show Schmigadoon with Cecily Strong, and we're also going to try to do some interviews. We're going to have some interviews lined up with
Nice.
with our fellow comedians and of course people who have written and been on SNL and have connections to SNL. So yeah. And if you want to, reach out to us about any of that, you can follow me on Twitter at Darin Credible. That's Darin Credible. I always put up all the new happenings and what have you about the SNL Nerds podcast.
So what I really wanted to get both of you on to talk about is free SNL Nerds. So right now, there's a thing happening on Twitter. The SNL Nerds show at SNL Nerds Show account has been locked, unfairly and unjustly locked by our own ignorance. Not really Twitter's fault, but we're making it Twitter's problem. So over the last few weeks, the Non-Pro account at Non-Pro, Darin Credible, Trumbull Comic, we've all been tweeting about free SNL nerds, and we've been tweeting at Twitter support, trying to get its attention to escalate the ticket where we explained that we accidentally said we were 2 years old, but in reality, much older than that.
Yes, we are not 2.
Just like maturity level wise too.
Yeah, maturity level. Maybe
sure. So yeah, it would help us a lot if you're seeing this either, or if you're listening to this as a podcast, or you catched it in the replay or whatever. If you could retweet those messages and help us Twitter support until they listen to us, because we really do need to get this thing back. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, we miss it so much.
Yeah, it would be nice to have back. Al, you're working on a top secret project that is not at all top secret because we talked about it on the show before. How's it coming? You actually recorded your pilot tonight, right?
We actually finished our first show. That's going through the last bits of editing right now. And we are in the middle of our second episode that's gone past the pilot. And we're gonna get one more into the can, and we'll see where we go from there. But it's like we want to have the 3 from that, and thus far it's been working out pretty well. We did the pilot episode was kind of an experiment, and the second one is where we're really gonna try and all right, let's all this time pitch the video game, then we'll break and go play it, and then we'll come back and do the whole thing, as opposed
You're figuring out how it works. That's cool. That's fine. I think we have to pull Darin in as our communications guy, talking about and get the word out about this new podcast once it's ready to expose. I do like that, Al. Your hair is like Goku power up hair right now.
It's miserable. It's the heat has not helped it at all either.
Yeah, I was thinking like Barton Fink or Egon Spengler.
That
far more that one. The
more accurate description I followed. And I got in actually tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this, on Thursday night, we're going to be doing our last episode for Dungeon Not Included's Fuck It's Dracula arc, 2-episode arc. We're playing the game Fuck It's Dracula, which is really basically about when Dracula shows up unexpected. It's fun, it's goofy, it's great fun. And hey, I don't think this is top secret. We've been talking about it for a while. In less than next Monday, basically, we will start our game of Tears of the Machine. The reboot that Russell Collins is building and trying to kickstart that week. So it's going to be a big week for us. We're going to be our first session, I think, is going to be on Monday, and we're going to do character creation and all that kind of fun stuff. So if you're into that, if you're into actual play podcasts, please tune in, and also follow Robot Claw on Twitter and other social media so that you can get the link. We'll share it on Non-Pro for when the Kickstarter goes live. We all have played and enjoyed the first version of this game. The next version seems to be even more exciting and more entertaining. I can't wait to get there. I think that's everything. We should probably do a plug for Trumbull, other than SNL nerds. Trumbull is he's probably sitting underneath his air conditioning right now. That's where you can find him. If you want to find more about John Trumbull, go to his house and look somewhere near his air conditioning unit where he's sitting trying to stay cool.
He'll definitely be home.
Yeah, he'll be home. He'll be home fortified, probably with a bunch of like Kevin McAllister style traps around him, which is what I assume he's been doing all pandemic long. Well, thank you all for joining and for watching. If you want to follow us on social media, you know which handle to look for, Non-Pro or Non-Productive. This has been a lot of fun. Let's never do it again, or let's do it in a different way. I think maybe having preloaded trailers is the way to go. Trying to agree. Live from YouTube was folly, but you know what?
This is how we learn.
Yeah, exactly. It's how you learn.
This is how we learn.
It's not called pro. It's not pro. It's non-pro.
It's non-pro.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. The non stands for not good. Hey, I don't know what this is from.
It's from SNL.
SNL.
I know it's from SNL. I don't know what the bit is here of Bill Hader eating popcorn, looking like a madman. You know? Do you happen to know off the top of your head?
I know. I remember the sketch. It was like one of those. He plays like a guy who's like interviewing somebody else, and he's getting somebody to sort of, tell all these like sort of salacious tales about himself.
Oh, so it's an appropriate, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
good.
yeah. And he's like, yeah, well, tell me more. He's doing an impression of a certain interviewer. I just don't remember the name of that.
Okay. They were probably Me Too'd and canceled. It's been a hell of a decade. So thank you to our patrons who support the show, and thank you all for listening and watching. We love you all deeply. Good night. I wish James were here just so I could step on him and cut him off before he said something. Normally at this point he'd be saying something intolerable and I would just have to